Stay tuned for another episode of Life in Chaos.
Thank you. Hello, and welcome back to Life in Chaos. I'm Jennifer, and with me I have Kelly and
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Hello, Elizabeth.
Hello.
Hello. Today it is Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy birthday. Happy Valentine's Day. What did you guys get each other for the V-Day? That sounds so terrible. That does sound like a disease or something. That does sound.
Or the day you lose your
Card.
coffee. We got each other coffee this morning. We might go buy each other groceries later. I don't know. It's, we're very spontaneous in that way.
Go in like those Valentine's Day shortbread cookies just to be like, will you be my Valentine?
Oh, but I got a new mop for Christmas. Usually Valentine's Day is tools or cleaning supplies.
Okay.
So I got some ideas about that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
My husband gave me something, was it last weekend, I think? A package came to the door and he's like, here, happy Valentine's Day, even though we don't celebrate it. Now it's like toss it in my lap. Oh, what the fuck? It was a dash cam. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Did you want it?
Absolutely.
Okay, just checking.
I needed a new one.
Just checking.
And then what was it? Thursday? Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday. He comes home. I was like, yeah, there's a box over there. Happy Valentine's Day. You know, I'll celebrate it. It was shirts for work. And then it had in there a deck of dad jokes. Why did I get this? I don't know. But he says, do not be surprised if they show up on this podcast. He has not opened it yet, but apparently he claims they will make an appearance. So let's start off by giving somebody a taste. Elizabeth?
What are you
Oh.
if you drive a Subaru in reverse?
What are you if you drive a Subaru in reverse? I know Subaru is a lesbian car. I don't know.
You are a bus.
Okay. Totally not where I was going.
No, but that's part of the fun of it. Is you're like, oh, what?
Things that make you go. How was your all's week? It was good. Yeah, you got a lot done at work. Yeah, fuck work.
Overall, mine was good, but I ended the work week frustrated and feeling very not comfortable with the future of society in terms of how children,
I also
young adults act
to the area in which we live.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Language is.
Oh yeah.
Another language. Entitlement.
Yeah.
It is your parents never popped your ass. Because, whatever. But
anyway.
So, today, in the celebratory excitement of V-Day, you're going to keep using that. I probably am. We're going to talk about love languages that change. What are the 5 love languages? Do you know? I used to.
I know the romance languages, but I don't know about the love languages.
The 5 love languages. Words of affirmation. Okay. Acts of service. And that's not what.
Does not go with the V card. Or V-Day, whatever.
Yeah. That's actions like doing chores, running errands, or assisting with responsibilities demonstrate care or commitment. I mean, you could. The act of service.
Okay, anyway, what's the next one?
We're going to make Elizabeth so uncomfortable.
Probably.
Receiving gifts goes in with acts of service. Quality time. Okay. Physical touch. And that's it. Okay.
Is that 5?
That's fine.
Oh.
Words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, physical touch.
Okay.
Think back for a second. And Elizabeth, I know your brain is not braining, but I need you to
Scroll the tomes of history.
through the Rolodex. Okay.
Oh. Oh, not that one. I'm just kidding. I'm
No,
just kidding.
not that one. What was your love language 30 years ago? This is
I got first. I gotta think about how old I was, and then I gotta. So give me just a minute. Next, for a second.
okay.
You go first.
What was your love language 30 years ago? I was about to do the Jeopardy.
Yeah, I didn't really have one
No?
because I didn't know what it was to be in a healthy, loving relationship.
Ah, that's a good point. Okay. Okay. So 30 years ago, my love language was acts of service. Okay. I always wanted to do something for someone, be that someone for someone.
Okay, you mean what we did?
Correct.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
You got it now?
Now I gotta think again.
I
I took that a different way.
I was
We'll
like
go there later.
No, not that way.
I was like that, but it was not because that's how I expressed my love. It was because I was taught that if I didn't do that, people wouldn't love me.
And you know what? That kind of, I can see that because I felt that same way. It was one of those that if I show you this, then therefore you'll show me that I'm a good person or I'm okay or you'll give me a hug if I do. You know what I mean? Like it was always a what is that? Quid pro quo.
I got told you don't love me because you didn't vacuum.
Oh, well, that one's no.
And so, yeah, no, it literally was if I wasn't anticipating needs and delivering on it,
Yeah.
I was not lovable.
So
And I was not just not lovable, but I was demonstrating that I didn't care about the person that.
that's not. See, that's bullshit to me.
That's manipulation.
Hold on, because I'm a not to make fun of anything that has happened because that was 30 years ago, right? But I'm gonna tell you what I did when I was a kid because you saw he said vacuuming. So when people say you don't love me by not doing what I asked or blah blah blah, I remember one time in band camp, my mom was like, "You need to vacuum the living room before I get home," and I was like, "Whatever." And
Did you move the vacuum to the other side of the room and say, done?
no, I got on the floor and I made vacuum
You know, you can do that without having, well, but if you're going to do that, never mind.
Exactly. Like I got on the floor thinking I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be a smart ass, and I like was making vacuum marks in the floor.
Did you figure it out?
No, she told me my ass was lazy and fat, and like didn't actually do it. I was like, fuck you. In my head, I'm like, fuck you. Okay, so what was your
It was making contact with the people I cared about just to let them know.
so essentially like acts of service.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But, I mean, that's the kind of family that I was raised in
Yeah.
with my mom and her family. Like, we were the kind of family, you kiss everybody on the cheek, hug them goodbye. They stand on the porch and wave.
Yeah.
Even if you were there yesterday or come back tomorrow.
It was more than that.
Yes.
Because when we would leave your mother's house, it was like a 45-minute event.
That's like when I was
Yeah.
I'm not like saying that in a mean way.
No, but it was just everybody wanted everybody to know
that they were
we
loved,
love you.
appreciated.
Yeah.
That's how I felt with my great aunts and uncles. Like she would walk us to the door, and again, it would be a whole nother 30-minute conversation. And I'm like, oh, I gotta get down the road, but I wanted that. I craved that. And so she would watch us leave. And then she'd watch us back out the driveway. And as we're going, I'd have to beep and wave. And I would cry at the end of the street because I'm like, I love this because this is great. And when you don't have that, you know, you cherish it.
Well, yeah, I spent a lot of time with my grandparents. Essentially grew up at their house because my
Mhm.
mom was working, single mom. Um, and before my cousins were born, I had like 8, 9 years of
Yeah.
just me.
Yeah.
And like I'd stay over on Friday night. My grandmother would make us a snack. It was buttered saltines. It was the best thing ever. You put them in the toaster, melt. Oh, it's great. Anyway,
Just
then
warm
we
up a little bit.
then we'd sit in the living room. It was like almost like 2 living rooms. Like my grandfather would sit in one, and he had his couch and his TV.
Mhm.
And most of the time he didn't want to watch what he was watching. Um, so my grandmother and I would sit in the other one,
Mhm.
and we would watch like Hawaii Five O and Dynasty and all
Yep.
this.
Yeah. Dang, that's like we're mirroring like that with my great aunt. Like that's how it was. Like she would sit me down, she would do my hair. She would put rollers in my hair, she'd oil my scalp, and then my uncle would sit in his recliner snoring. And then he'd be so loud, she'd be like, Russell, Russell. And then we'd like go over to the other living room and like sit there. And she's like, oh, it's so quiet over here. So yeah, I appreciate that. All right, now we're gonna fast forward a bit to today. Today, in this moment, what is your love language?
Service.
Acts of service still?
I try to be like affirmation type
Okay.
every now and then,
Yeah.
but I don't want to.
I'm gift giving.
Gift giving?
Yeah,
Yeah, you are gift giving.
I
You
I
are.
ain't getting no gift today.
She did. She got you a coffee. Stop that.
That's not a gift. That's nutrition.
Says the lady on my strange addiction who drinks 10 cups plus a day.
Oh, good God! Does she bounce off the wall?
She has like permanent diarrhea. And she thought it was normal. Y'all, this show.
Anyway,
let's
that's a topic for another day because anyhow,
yeah.
no, but I guess too between my 20s and now,
Mhm.
which it has nothing to do with Kelly, but you get a little jaded,
Mhm. Mhm.
and I honestly, in my heart of hearts, hate Valentine's Day,
Um,
and I'll tell you why. Because these are the things you should be doing all the time, not just on one day.
Yep.
It takes away anything. I'm just doing this because I have to. Like it's like Christmas. You always have that gift in reserve for somebody who might show up.
Yes.
It feels like that.
Yeah. It's very commercialized, hallmarked.
Yeah, and I don't mean that for us because now that we're older, it's like we're watching the finances, and it's
Yeah.
like, do you really want these chocolates?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Do I need? I'm like, we can go stand in a card aisle and pick out 5 different cards for each other, but we ain't got to buy them.
Exactly. Exactly. And I'm right there with you.
$7 on a card.
No.
That's asinine.
Yeah.
What happened to the 99-cent ones?
Right?
But I'm right there with you. For the longest time, it was told before we even let's see, we started in October 2001. So fast forward now, February 2002. He's like, "Oh, happy Valentine's." Yeah, I don't do Valentine's Day. Like, it's not my thing. It's very commercialized for me.
Yeah.
I don't find it to be.
I mean, we'll say Happy Valentine's Day. Like first thing Kelly said to me was Happy Valentine's Day.
I said that too, and then I did a little shimmy. And so
Like we don't need to know what goes on.
But as far as like going all out, no. Now, for my children, because they are younger, that's a different story. Like my son came in, I gave him a hug. I said, Happy Valentine's Day. Know that mommy loves you every day. He's like, I know, so things like that. And I said, well, we're going to do a family date. So I kind of changed the language behind it a little bit.
Yeah.
And so like today, we're going to do a family date. And our family date is we're going bowling. And so last weekend we had another family date, and we took him to the trampoline park. And funny story. So we go to the trampoline park, and my husband is sitting right next to me, and he's of course scanning everybody. I quite frankly don't give a shit. Whatever. I'm like trying to read my Kindle. My kids are jumping, they're having fun. Well, we get home and later he goes, there was these two women that just would not stop staring at you. And I'm like, okay, probably because of the shirt I had on, because it said, if sarcasm
Uh,
could burn calories, right?
yeah.
I don't care what people think of me. I'm in a land of I don't give a fuck. I am who I am. Well, he said that not only were they looking at me, but then would turn and look at my daughter and then back to me and then back to my daughter. Now, my daughter is a little bit lighter than I am. Okay. And this is not the first time that somebody has done this. Um, they were trying to figure out was she mine? And so we left and he told me this after the fact. And he said, remember what you told me when you went and picked them up at school? And I said, yeah. I went to go pick them up one day and my daughter's running to me. They're both running to me, like, yeah, hi. And a teacher walks up. Now, mind you, my daughter said, Mommy, as she's running toward me. Okay. This lady goes, is she yours?
Do you see any other woman of color standing here?
What? Like, huh? And she's like, she's so beautiful, bitch.
Oh no!
Mm,
And this is a teacher.
yeah.
Can we watch what we say? Because if you're saying that to me, what are you
What are
saying
you
to my
saying?
children?
Exactly. She's so beautiful. Da, da, da. And I looked at her, I was like, let's go. I didn't even say, I could not say anything. I couldn't say what I wanted to say because
Children.
and my kids know my limit. So no. And so I left and told my husband about it. And he was like, and he does not call people out their names or anything like that. But he was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, it is what it is. And so I just find it to be very interesting. I was telling a coworker about it. And my coworker goes, I have never seen a child who is so 50-50.
Yeah. Oh,
Like, she
definitely.
literally is both of you in one. And I'm like, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I just found it to be absolutely crazy.
Well, we had somebody when our son was a baby
Mhm.
infant say, "Oh, you guys are doing so well. You're keeping him clean. You're doing this." And I'm
Oh,
like, "Did you think because we're two women, we
yeah,
would just like?" I wasn't sure how to take that,
right.
and I was
Like I'm dirty? What?
"Yeah,
And then there were always the people who were like, felt very comfortable asking us how we did this.
Oh. Oh. Well, see what happened was a turkey baster.
no." What happened was my boss at the time, um,
Mhm.
I went to tell her that Kelly was pregnant. We were having.
Yeah.
What was this planned?
Oh.
I'm like, no, she was walking to the break room at work and just
Fritz.
fell on some DNA material, and here we go. I'm like, do you think I would be celebrating this fact if it came like from
Yeah.
another? Like, what?
What is wrong with people? I know we got way off.
Yeah,
subject, but,
sorry.
like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Like, what gives you the right to feel comfortable enough to come out of your mouth and be like, is this your daughter? I will show you the stretch marks that this girl provided to me and the bruised rib.
Look at the wrinkles.
Look at the gray hair. Like, what the fuck? And then for anybody to be like, oh, you're keeping them so clean. Okay, then a woman telling a woman that means you're not keeping clean. Nah. So your personal hygiene comes into question.
No, but going back, uh, these days, well, ever since our son was born, it's pretty much been a family thing
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it's
So
not.
it's almost like all
It's
now is physical touch.
We are definitely demonstrative, like hugs and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's not a situation where our kid grew up in a house where you didn't touch each other.
Right.
no.
He still will come up and throw a hug.
Okay.
But I don't think for either of us at this point in our lives, the intimate touch is as important.
Yeah, it used to be, but it's like now.
Now we too
Now,
tired.
yeah, pretty much. I'm old. I'm tired. You know, I love you. Good
Yeah.
night.
So yours is still acts of service. No, what was yours
Yeah.
again? Acts of service. Okay, and yours is receiving gifts or giving
Giving
gifts. Okay. Um, Mine is quality time. It emphasizes on undivided attention, shared experiences, engaging in deep conversations, going on trips, or simply spending focused time together. And I do that a lot. So, for instance, last night I saw this on TikTok and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna try this." So, Whole Foods has this family dinner where you can pick your protein and two sides that feeds four people for $35.
That's a
Cool.
good deal.
Okay, so I picked the kids up last night. And of course, immediately instead of, "Hey, mommy, how's your day?" My son goes, "What's for dinner?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, drive me crazy. And I said, "Well, we're gonna go pick our dinner." He's like, "What?" And I said, "We're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna go pick our dinner." And he was like, "Okay, whatever." And so they start talking in the back, and so we get there, and I said, "Well, maybe I need to second guess this because first of all, Whole Foods on a Friday night is like a nightclub. Why are there so many
Really?
people there?
Mm-hmm.
It is
Really?
packed." Yes.
Shouldn't they be like going out to dinner or something somewhere, just not
You would
there?
think so, but
Like that's
they're
not my
all
idea of
there.
of like a date night.
They're all there.
That's
It was
funny.
crazy. So, we get there and I'm like, "Well, what if we go somewhere else?" And he was like, "No, stick with your first idea." And I was like, "Oh, okay, kid." So we get there and we get inside. I said, "Okay, we're going to this section and we're leaving. No lollygagging. We don't have time for this." So we get up to the counter. And we said this on another episode where I allow the kids to like control their own doctor's appointments and things like
Mhm.
that. Well, I also allow them to do their own ordering because I don't know what you want. You know what I mean? I
We
can
tried to do that, but our kid won't.
Even sometimes now it's like, yeah, can I have a steak and French fries? I'm sorry, what?
uh
Steak and French fries. It's like, speak
yeah,
up.
speak up. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, use that voice that you use every time we're in the car and you just want to start screaming. Um, so I have them do it. And they each got meatballs and green beans, and my daughter got mashed potatoes, which later she was like, "I didn't want this." Whatever. Um, so they get it. They get their cornbread that's like the size of a brick. And then I just like, okay, you can get a sweet treat. So they each get a cookie, and then we leave. All of that, all of that for $45 because I got them single meals, and the single meal was only 13. So everything in and out $45. Cool. Never heard of in Whole Foods,
Mm-mm.
but okay. So we
Here's
get
one little tree of broccoli, $25.
exactly. And of course, I got my husband something. I didn't want anything. But anyway, so we get home and we warm up their food and everything. My son demolishes it. And my daughter's like, "Mommy, it's crunchy." I'm like, there's like, so it was, I don't know what it was in the meatball. It was like mixed in,
Breadcrumbs,
probably a green pepper. I don't know. But she was like, "It's crunchy." I'm like, "Girl, this meatball's good. Stop playing." But it was just that quality time.
Yeah.
It was that different experience.
Mhm.
And they came home and they appreciated that they were able to pick their own without like going out and constantly ordering something or mommy cooked something and they don't want to eat it, which is a common factor in our house. So it was just that. And then, like I said, we do family field trips or we'll do our family outings. And this morning he's like, "Oh, are we doing a family trip today?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, we're going to a trampoline park." "No, that place stinks." Like, "No, we're going somewhere else." So, I find it to be quite interesting that over the years, um, things just change, right?
Yeah, it's like a natural progression in a way.
And it's the fact that you're growing.
Yeah.
We hear a lot about love languages, even if we didn't know what it truly meant before. words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, gifts, physical touch. But what we don't talk about enough is the love language that worked for you 5 years ago, which we took it a little further and went 30 years ago, might not be the one that works for you
Mm-mm.
now. Now, some of us have those childhood traumas where our love language had changed, um, or had evolved. I'll
But
say that.
I think too, different places in your life, different things are more important.
Yes.
But also, like when you find somebody,
Mhm.
as you grow together, the level of comfort is there,
Yeah.
so you don't feel like you have to make this big showing of
Yeah. I mean, when life grows up, right? Responsibilities are increased, stress levels of everyday life. Um, and then sometimes, like you said, the energy behind it is just limited. I'm tired. I love you, but leave me alone. The other night I wanted some physical touch. I want not that physical touch, but I wanted some physical touch, and I was like, in the house, I always go, husband. He's like, wife. And I'm like, "Come touch my butt." And he was like, I'm in the middle of a battle. He's playing a fucking video game. And here I am like, I just want touch. Like, whatever. He finally did. And then when we fell asleep, somehow we ended up like pinkies linked together. It was the weirdest shit ever. We never done that before, so that was a little odd. But
No, if Kelly's having trouble sleeping or
mhm,
whatever, she'll reach out and just like put her hand on my back or
yeah.
my arm.
Hmm. It grounds me. Yeah. Right? And then sometimes if somebody's having like you can sense they're having like a bad dream or they're restless or whatever the case is. And this happened the other day because we have come up on the third anniversary of my mother-in-law's passing that I know around this time my husband gets very antsy when he sleeps. And so the night before the actual day, like he kept tossing and turning and he'd like mumble and things like that. And I just put my hand right on his back. Actually, I put my hand on his butt because I was sleeping on my back. So I put my hand on his butt and he just calmed down. And then when I felt that he was good, I turned around and started going back to sleep. So, being in tune with your person, those acts of, those love languages definitely change because they adapt to what that person or what you feel they may need at that time. Right. Um, Life changes the way we receive love. Burnout changes love languages. Parenthood changes love languages. Career pressure, definitely. And then healing also. And a lot of this is talking in circles. Anyway, here's the hard part. A lot of us feel guilt when our needs change. We think, I used to be okay with this. I don't want to seem ungrateful. What if they think I'm about asking for too much? So we shrink, we stay silent, we accept love that no longer fits. But love isn't supposed to stay the same forever. It's supposed to grow with you. And that's another thing. If your love does not grow, not just within yourself, but within your entire relationship, then there's a different conversation that needs to be had. And you gotta move about the cabin in a different way before you jump off that plane. Because if you together can't figure out that we are no longer on the same wavelength, kindred spirits, essentially, then there's deeper conversations that need to happen, right? Mhm. And and that's part of when love languages don't match anymore. This is where relationships can feel tense, not because love is gone, but because communication hasn't caught up with the growth. And I will always say that in my job, in my small business, in my personal life, friendships. If you do not have a strong foundation of communication, you have nothing.
I'm a terrible communicator.
You're you are a communicator i- in what makes you feel comfortable. And if the people in your life cannot understand that or adapt or pivot to meet you where you are, then shame on them. Because I don't think you're
Well,
a terrible communicator. I
There's a
think
little bit of read my mind.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of that.
but being
Yeah.
with someone for so long too, you kind of but okay.
Don't even say you learn it because you
No,
don't.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that because my thing is, yes, you've been together for so long and you're like, okay, maybe I should understand this by now. But then it's like you turn them and like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And that's okay because
I don't like confrontation of any sort.
but it's not even a confrontation, it's more of a
I don't
you
like
gotta give me something.
I don't like loud voices in my direction. I don't like feeling attacked, whether that's the intent or not.
Right.
But it's like you yelled at me. I didn't yell. You raised your voice. That's yelling.
I yell at you all the time. Do something. Feeling froggy? Jump.
You do not. Nice try.
Oh
but
my goodness.
But there is a lot of okay, we've been together forever now.
yeah.
You should know.
But no, she shouldn't know because you still don't know.
Huh? I
Huh?
do know. I do know you didn't do this and you should have just known.
No.
Like
no. Because she may be going through something too.
no, I understand that. But when you have the conversation a couple times, like I really can if you see this situation, can you help me out here?
Honey, you do realize that sometimes okay, I'm gonna say this in the nicest way possible.
Nothing good ever starts that way.
Adults are nothing but big ass kids. Do you understand how many times we have to tell our kids to do something and how frustrated we get? Oh. Mm. Okay.
I got nothing.
right. Communicating change without blame. It's not you don't love me right. It's the way I receive love has changed. That's softer.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
The words.
It's not what you say. No, it's not how you say.
No,
It's what
well,
you say.
well, it's
And reverse it.
it goes both ways. Like
Yeah.
a lot of it is it's not what you say, it's how you say.
Mhm.
Because I am so sensitive to different tones and
Right.
you know, um, and then sometimes it's the words you use. Like, have you done this?
Okay.
Like,
You take
well,
that as what?
why am I the one that has to do it?
And I don't think it's well,
And it's not. It's. I think it's a just. I think it comes out that way, not
right.
not how that was intended. It wasn't intended the way I took it,
Right.
but
Because I can
I'm
see
very, very literal.
sides, right? Because it's one of those where it's like, have you done this? And it's not like
You should have done it. Why isn't it done?
exactly like
It's
a finger in your chest. It's more of a, hey, I need to know so that I can go ahead and do it
if you
if you haven't already done it. It's one of those where do I need to step in to take care of it or did you
Yeah, and
Yeah.
what I hear and what I feel is you didn't do it.
that finger poke in the chest? Yeah.
every time.
Every time?
Well, see, we had an incident several years ago. Um, when I had spine surgery and I couldn't go
Mhm.
to the laundry room.
Oh, is this about the pink socks?
No, no. Oh no. This is bleach was used instead of
Oh, yes,
detergent.
yes. Okay. Yes, that. Okay. We're
And
not going to relive that.
no. But I can tell you the number of times in let's say 22 years
Mhm.
that Kelly's done laundry. And there are reasons.
That one time?
No, it was twice.
Okay. Once to fuck it up and once to replace it.
No. The first time was a long time ago. And it was I had to go out of town for a funeral.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, can you move these clothes from the washer to the dryer and get them done.
Uh-huh.
They were still in the washer when I got home. And I'm like, okay, well, obviously I can't trust you with this.
That's okay.
No, I mean,
You're giving yourself permission to evolve.
so it just got easier because I'm the one that puts like the laundry detergent in the laundry room and stuff like that. And it just became easier for me to just throw it in. But if I don't know you need something specific, like
Yeah.
I need socks,
Right.
then I'm not going to necessarily know to
Now,
do it.
could it also be like in the moment of like, let's say you're getting dressed and you're like, oh shit, I have like one pair of socks left. Is that like, can you switch it and be like, oh, damn, let me go ahead and like throw a load of laundry in? Or do you kind of like not hear that and just like brush it
Well,
off?
it's not always I have one pair left.
Uh-huh.
Like, and a lot of times we're not getting dressed in the morning at the same time. So,
That's right, because you wake up at the ass crack cheek of dawn.
not always.
I'm getting a little better with
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
But still, I mean, and when I get up before her,
Yeah.
I do not wake her up.
Okay.
I use my little flashlight on my phone. I get up, I get stuff, I get out of the room. I usually will take Hobbs with me if he gets up,
Mm-hmm.
so that he doesn't bang on the door and wake her up.
Mm-hmm.
Since he had this surgery a couple weeks ago, he has turned into such a diva. I mean, like, I'm not eating this food until you put some ham on it, please.
Oh. Oh.
Like, what are you doing? I need this.
And he's figured out he can open doors.
Yes.
Made the connection in his little
Oh,
doggy
shit.
brain that if he moves his head, he can hit the doorknob, and if he pushes, the door will open.
Yeah, I lost him the other day. I went to look for him, and I realized my bedroom door was open. And we close it when we leave in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
See you up on the bed.
He's taking a nap on the bed. I'm like, what are you doing? And then he comes down and he lets himself into Kelly's office when she's on a call. Like, just.
Yanni's a sit on a lever handles. All right. So let's normalize. You are allowed to change. Your needs are allowed to change.
Change it.
And your capacity is allowed to change. You don't owe anyone the same version of you forever. Love languages changing doesn't mean you are failing. It means you're being rejuvenated. And that's healthy. All right, people, we want to hear from you. Ask yourself, how do I need love right now? Just love me. Is that different from before? You can always read
We
it.
didn't ask ourselves that.
You didn't ask yourself that?
No, we didn't.
How do I need love right now? How do you need love right now?
I'm leaning more towards quality time. Like,
Yeah, we've had a lot of family time lately.
Nice. I
Like,
love that.
a lot. Not that it's a problem, but it's funny the way it evolved.
Shifts, right?
Well, no, it's
our kid decided that he wanted to spend time with us and share with us things that he likes.
Because he's getting ready to go away.
and it's funny. He really likes watching certain animes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, didn't we just call these cartoons when we were younger? I mean, that's what it is to me. And he's like so excited about it. I'm like, and then certain things happen, and I'm like,
Oh.
I don't know what to think. I'm like, I have never seen this in any, and this was not on Scooby Doo or the Smurfs.
Oh my god.
I think he just wants to sit there and watch my facial expressions and
yeah.
like.
He gets a kick out of making you highly
But he's like,
uncomfortable.
"Are we watching this tonight? Oh, we got to watch this next." And all I'm thinking is, "But Linda, can I take a 2? Can you and your mom watch something for like 2 weeks? And let me go do this."
Right? Exactly. Is that so?
But it's fun.
But it is different from before, right? So you're saying that how do you need love right now is the quality time. And that's different from before because your act of service, Kelly, is gift giving and receiving gifts. Yours is acts of service, but quality time is now wedged its way in there. I'll say it like that. Have you communicated that or just hope someone would notice? It wasn't a communicate. It was like, don't.
It was it was this is what we're doing.
Yeah, this is happening. But he also probably sees that, the stress, the weight that you all had been experiencing for a little bit is lifted and that life is coming back around, right? And
I think it's partially that. I think it's partially that he's experienced freedom with driving himself places and able to go and
Mhm.
be kind of the master of his destiny.
Mhm. Mhm.
And when he injured himself a couple weeks ago, he realized that he still like really needed us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it kind of all plays into it.
Mhm. Just
Yeah.
intelligent. Downright intelligent. But with him evolving, now you individually and then together. Okay. All right. Well, thanks, fam, for jumping in. We appreciate you all. Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Love Day. Love Day. Love is love. That's what we preach here. Love is love. All right. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Follow us on Instagram at Life in Chaos Podcast, and then check out lifeinchaospodcast.com for all the ways to listen, share your stories, and we want to hear from you. Till next time.
Bye.
This has been Life and Chaos. Make sure to check out lifeandchaospodcast.com for more information about your chaos coordinators.